dimension of capacity enlargement anybody who wants to be globally fruitful must sustain is visualization. Your word does not begin with your action. Your word begins with your imagination. If your visualization is small and poor, your word will be reduced to the size of your visualization. In fact, the scope of a man's life is the boundary of his visualization. If you cannot think it and if you cannot see it, you can never become it. And so anybody who wants to be fruitful must begin to deliberately doctor his imagination to enlarge his physical world. If your imagination is not doctored, your physical world will remain small, and no matter what happens to you, you cannot be fruitful. Even if you are, the impact will not be felt, and you will not arrive at the destination of fruitfulness, which is dominion. Are we following? So you must master the art of visualization, and I'll show you scriptures. In Genesis chapter 12 from verse 1, God encountered Abraham. God promised Abraham. God committed himself to Abraham, but Abraham never became a phenomenon, because if he can't see it, he can't become it. He said, now the Lord had said unto Abraham. He didn't say the Lord is saying to Abraham. So this was an encounter Abraham had before now. The Lord had said to Abraham, get thee out of thy country, from thy kindred, from thy father's house, unto the land that I will show thee. He didn't say to the land I will give you. It's the land that will show you. If you can't see it, you can't possess it, even if you are there. And that was why when Abraham came into that land, he ran from there to Egypt looking for food, the very land that he should possess, because he had not seen it. If you can't visualize it, this is not a prophet. This is God himself talking to Abraham. Now see the measure and the magnitude of blessings that God said he wanted to give to Abraham. He said, I will make thee a great nation. I'm not making you a great man, I'm making you a great nation. Number two, I will bless you. The word bless means empowered to prosper. So that's number two. Number three, he said, I will make thy name great. So when you call Abraham's name, doors should open. People should identify themselves after the order of Abraham. Number four, he said, I will, and thou shalt be a blessing. That means if you are connected to Abraham, you are blessed, even if you didn't encounter God. These are levels of blessings that God was giving to one man. And then he went further. He said, and I will bless them that bless you. So because you are affiliated to Abraham, God entrusts his integrity to you. I will bless them that bless you. And he didn't stop there. He said, I will also curse them that curse thee. And the final one, he said, in thee shall all the families of the earth, including my own family, including your own family. He said, in thee shall all the families of the earth be blessed. What magnitude of blessing! Even if a prophet tells you this, it will move you a great deal. Now God of heaven was talking to a man like this, and Abraham knew it was God, but Abraham did not make any move because he couldn't imagine it. He couldn't see it. He kept following his father Terah until this point. It was after Terah died that Abraham began to trouble himself. I need to see this thing that have been told me. That was when Abraham started stepping out to try to see what God said, and he kept rigmaroling until he began to see it. And when God saw that it was impossible for him to receive it, God himself now came and started a mentoring program for Abraham. If I don't get this man to see this thing, he will not become this thing, and if he doesn't become this, it will affect my program. So after God promised Abraham, God came to mentor Abraham on how to see. And in Genesis 13 verse 14, here was God talking to Abraham. He said, lift up thy eyes from where you are standing. It's not about walking everywhere. See, there are people running everywhere, doing everything. Yesterday slippers, today they are selling cattle, next tomorrow they are spelling pepper. It's not activities first. You don't become fruitful by activity. He said, from where you are standing, lift up your eyes, see first. The Lord who saw green vegetation and ran there, that land became desolate. So when you are running without seeing, you have a problem. It may begin as though it will be fruitful. Give it time, it will dry up. Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed because the guy didn't lift up his eyes. And when Abraham lifted his eyes, he said, all that you have seen, I will give you. Not some things, all. When he had to do with his child, God promised him, I will make you a father of many nations. Abraham said, how can I have a child? It's only this Eliezer of Damascus that is with me. I don't have an heir. Have you seen it? You must know the formula. You see to take. If you don't see, you can't have it. And so God came back again. Genesis 15 verse 5 and 6. He took Abraham out. He said, look up, see all the stars. If you can number them, that is how your descendants will be. And the Bible said, and Abraham believed God, and it was counted to him for righteousness. That was when Isaac came. If you can't see, you can't have. And so anybody who wants to be fruitful must train himself. You must doctor your faculty of imagination. See, every spirit know this. Why do you think you look left today, you see a naked person? You buy razor blade, you see a naked person. You look at the movie, you see a naked person. Even your phone, your writing pad that has nothing to do with picture, if your phone is connected to the internet, you open your writing pad, a naked person pops up. What do you think they are doing? They are trying to corrupt your imagination gate, because what you see is what you will become. If